want to address some news you may have seen about me. Over the last several years, I've made substantial donations to dozens of charities, including the Clinton Global Foundation. Those donations were a matter of public record, but I should have made additional disclosures on air when we covered the foundation. And I now believe that directing personal donations to that foundation was a mistake. Even though I made them strictly to support work done to stop the spread of AIDS, help children, and protect the environment in poor countries, I should have gone the extra mile to avoid even the appearance of a conflict. I apologize to all of you for failing to do that. We'll be right back.
But I didn't, and ABC paid me $100 million in my new contract, so what do I care? Joining us now is William Jacobson, professor of law at Cornell Law School, director of Security Law Clinic at Cornell Law. Hello, sir. Good to have you back.
Thanks for having me back.
All right, you wrote a piece about George Stephanopoulos, and we all know the situation, although it's grown and the conflicts have grown in nature and stature. He's done a lot more with the foundation than just give money. So what do you think should happen to him?
I think at a bare minimum, he cannot be involved in coverage of the campaign. And I know that's a big blow for somebody in his position, but he concealed not just a bias, but a conflict of interest. And he subjected an author to really what amounted to almost abuse in the context by not disclosing the questioner's own conflicts of interest. It was not a proper interview. It was not a proper disclosure. It appears to have at least potentially violated ABC's own rules. And it really confirms our worst fears about George Stephanopoulos, which is that he is a partisan Clinton affiliate pretending to be a reporter. And I know that sounds harsh, but that's what it looks like. And I don't see how he can possibly do campaign coverage for them.
Yeah, he's going to, scheduled to be the anchor of the 2016 elections, as you would expect he would be, and it certainly does raise a stink. Now, he also had said, or told Politico, or whoever he told it to, that when he confirmed the contributions, that he has taken himself off the debates. But from what I have seen reported, ABC had already told him he wasn't going to do the debate. So that seemed a little disingenuous and insincere as well. But the ABC's problem is, as I alluded to in the opening, they just recently signed him to a huge contract. They re-upped him, I think, through 2020 or 21 or something, and $100 million. So they're in quite a bind here.
Well, that's their problem. Okay, they have a brand to protect, and putting him front and center in the campaign is not going to do that brand any good. He can do other things for them. I'm not calling for him to be fired, although maybe they have cause under his contract for the non-disclosure. I don't know, haven't seen the contract, but they are one of the three major networks. And I don't care what you say, that there's new media, there's other networks, but ABC and NBC and CBS still have a lot of power in setting the narrative for a campaign and for the news cycle. They have tremendous power, and ABC cannot have this person who is now tainted, who has now been revealed to somebody who did not disclose conflicts, and who's now been revealed really to be somebody who still holds a personal allegiance to the Clintons, to a candidate in the presidential cycle. He cannot be their news coverage. If he wants to give commentary, if he wants to be somebody who just expresses an opinion, that's a different story. But he should not be their news person on the campaign.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. There's also another piece that you wrote at the Washington Examiner, and this one talked about Hillary Clinton's power grab. She defended Obama's executive order, which many people consider unconstitutional and illegal. She even said that she would go further if she were president. That should be a red flag.
That's one of many red flags. The fact that she was so quick to pander on the issue that even the White House, when asked about it, says basically, we think we've gone as far as we can go constitutionally. Now, many of us disagree that they could even go that far. But even the White House was not endorsing a president going farther than they've gone. Yet that was Hillary Clinton's first instinct. And there's another red flag here, which is how she's acted with regard to her server. It really confirms our worst fears about Hillary Clinton, that she is truly still living in the 90s with the conspiracy theories and with the paranoia. And she essentially created a shadow electronic government for her job in the State Department. This was not a circumstance, as has happened with others, where on occasion she might end up using a personal email for something work-related. She moved her office, in a sense, to her house without permission, without telling anybody, and then she didn't even make the electronic record available to the person who was employing her, the government. It's the craziest situation.
And now, of course, the emails, the records she did hand over, she says, oh, please release them. I want everybody to see them, as if there would be anything there worth seeing. Always good to talk to you, Professor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're coming back with Give Me 5, folks. Don't go away.